Act 4, boys!
Woo!
Yeah.
Now we're upgrading to Cryan GMing version 2. Any case, we start in the bodega as usual.
Wait, what?
You notice that 2 people out of like the 4 teenagers that enter the bodega beeline it to your comic section.
Yay!
And you notice
We're popular!
you can see them chatting each other, and we see your cover, and out of one of the main base hangars of where verification of Just Force goes for like orders, there's blood on the floor.
Ah, rats.
God.
Is it human blood or collective will blood?
It's
Oh, no.
not red.
Ah, rats.
Oh, it would have been fine if it was human blood, but man, collective will blood, that can't stand.
Yeah, you racist. In any case, we start on the day, June 13th. It's the debriefing time that typically happens after a big mission like yours. That you get a couple of days to rest. You're
Enough
going to
to
start
clear
on Bastion.
conditions? Enough to clear conditions?
Enough to clear, I'll say, yeah, to clear conditions, and you now have to roll your time passes if it's, except for you, my new PC. You don't have to do that. You'll be coming in a bit later.
What are we rolling?
When time passes.
What is that? I've never
What
seen.
is that?
I think that's only for the
So-
Januses.
I think that's only
I
for
have
the
to check the
legacy
playbook.
move.
Because most playbooks have it in the kind of like team moves.
Give me a second. Check.
Whoops. A Command F shows that only on the Janus whenever
Yeah.
time passes.
Yeah, the Janus, the Doomed, maybe? And
It's-
the Legacy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know the Outsider doesn't have one. Looks of it.
Okay.
And the Nova doesn't have one.
Yeah, I don't see anything either.
Okay, perfect. Then I don't have to worry about that with you guys.
Yay.
Maybe a new character in the future, but not right now.
Yep.
Any case, we open up with Bastion in Bastion's place. It's been kind of weird. You're now starting to just control your light settings. And Shroudhound comes in and he's carrying his to-go cases.
Hey, what's up?
I'm gonna be circumspect here, Sam. I'm getting shipped out to try and find that cat you supposedly tried to mess with.
Don't die.
Oh, come on, kid. I'm immortal. But, kid, you gotta worry about what you've recently tapped into, of course.
Yeah, I totally haven't gone out
Yeah.
of control at all. Kind of casually pushes a piece of burned wood that he kind of might have been a chair in the.
Shroudhound just raises an eyebrow at this and he goes, you know, he's going to want a conversation with you soon.
Is he like? I mean, have you talked to him before?
Technically.
Do you know if he's like?
Like what?
You know the statement to never meet your heroes?
Oh.
Does that apply
like
to
that?
gods as well?
Apollo's not a dick. He's got reasons. Like, he's angry with you, he's got a reason for being angry with you. He's happy with you, he's got a reason for being angry.
So that's all I had to. Just, man,
He's got reasons for showing up, he's got reasons for leaving, and he's got a bunch of different things that come on his mind.
That has a completely different impression than the whole, like, you know,
Happy-go-lucky facade?
yeah, the kind of tag you're it godhood he kind of put on.
I think he's going to explain that. I think over the years he learned something from his brother, Bacchus, and that you can't always be super serious about everything. At least, you can't let on that you're super serious about everything.
Okay, well,
He's smart, but he's not exactly, I should say, he hasn't been in the game for eons, kid.
well, I'll do my best to hold the fort.
Yeah, do that. I'll be incommunicado, as you'll know. He's like, I'll be incommunicado. You won't be able to call me, so you'll have to be figuring stuff out on your own now, Sam.
I can do that.
He kind of just nods his head at this, and then he just turns around and heads back towards the elevator.
Love you, Dad.
Love you too, kid. And then he goes back up.
Deep breath.
And then from like on top of the lights, you kind of like see this whole like, he goes, kind of cold like that, eh, buddy?
Wait, what did you say?
You hear from on top of like one of the lights, you kind of like hear this like, kind of cold, eh, buddy?
It kind of looks up, kind of tries to shine some light in the direction of the voice. Where did that?
Your spotlight kind of goes up and meets like another spotlight, because we now see man, myth, the legend. You see this, Bastion, and he kind of like floats down and like right next to you, looks, smiles, and then goes, "So, you finally pulled out the guns. Amazing work, kid. Also, great work on the case. Great work."
Yeah. It could have went better, but it could have went worse.
So you and me are in-ish business.
From what I understand.
And I'm not going to be beating your head over it like somebody with shotguns and put the case between him and his son. Any case, kid, I got a thing for you. I got a case for you coming up. I want to see how you handle it without any kind of leash or whatever. I saw a taste of that, but now things are going to change. All right?
All right.
In 3 days, there's going to be a red sun, Lego Us. 3 days, red sun. Remember that. On the 3rd day, you're going to be called in, and then from there, you're going to have to follow the trail. And no pressure or anything, but I need you to do good here, buddy. You know who my last champion was, Bastion?
No.
Orpheus. Orpheus was my last champion. Talent hunting for 4,000 years. Can you imagine that?
I mean, I'll do my best to meet your expectation.
Fantastic. You're gonna burn bright, kid. Just don't burn out. Now, you got any questions before I have to go? I kind of have a tight schedule to keep.
Do you have literally any other information besides 3-day red sun? That's
3-day red sun, you'll be called in.
by like group or by an outside force? Like, should I be bracing
outside
myself
force
for
gonna do.
combat?
Yeah, it came from like this octopus.
Uh-oh.
Bastion
Octopus.
has the most confused look. Out of all
Hey
the
man,
things that
I'm
Red
the god
Sun's
of
tied
oracles.
to,
I don't get exact answers myself. I get images of the future.
Huh.
I mean, all right, you know, when we talked about suns, the last thing that came to mind was an octopus. But okay,
No, under the sun, there's a dead octopus. Or is it the squid? I can't tell.
are you messing with me or?
No, I'm not messing with you. This is divination.
Okay.
Oh, and he kind of like also kind of like looks confused as he's also like something else is just coming to mind, and he goes, "You know, this kind of like divination thing happens to me 24/7, right?"
Wow.
That sounds really frustrating.
It takes a lot, to be honest. Maybe you'll get it. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Wow.
But yeah, no, just be careful about the red sun and then look for the dead squid.
You got it.
And then he kind of just like, now I'm going to go and you get to enjoy 48 hours of by yourselfness unless you know something else happens.
Got it.
Sprawl?
Yep.
Excuse me for a second. So, Sprawl, you've been getting calls constantly from the doctor.
I probably answer at least a couple of them.
He's telling you it's just constantly just this message just to come in.
Suppose I make my way there.
And so it takes you just a short bit of time. Are you in your bulk?
Am I in my what?
In your bulkness right now, like your newest form, or
Yeah. I haven't come out of it.
okay. So he's gonna look at this too, and he's gonna see. Oh, have you been able to come back, Sprawl, into human form?
I have the capability to take on a more human form. I choose to remain in this. It's more efficient.
Right. Well, got some news for you. And he kind of like pulls you in like inside, hands you like a glass of milk and some grilled cheese.
I take
Never
it.
a good sign.
I take it from him and then like just set it down.
And he kind of like just come over to the computer here, and
Yeah, follow him over there.
he kind of like just points to the screen and goes, "So it's a bunch of biometric data, but short of it is I've been running through your blood, what it's reported as, composition, everything, and your biology is, well, it's like you got a anti-pikite vaccine in you now.
I see.
Your cells are starting to resist, and so it's not as and he kind of like makes his hands together and tries to make like these together motions, like breaking apart, and he kind of like looks at that and goes, "That it's not happening like that anymore. I'm sorry, I haven't slept. It's just been, I don't know how rapid it is, but
So
this is something, I don't know what catalyzed this, but you're gonna need to visit Aztec for this one friend of your mother's It's got glowing blue eyes and a crap ton of watches.
I believe we've met.
Sidereals.
Something goes already?
Yes.
Well, now you need to, like, meet. Like, sit and pass on message of this, because this is starting to get out of my zone of... I don't know what this is going to do to you, Sprawl. Because really, now, parts of you are, like, resisting the other half of you. And that could mean, like, your body splits apart in half at some point. You could lose limbs, you could use organ failure. Oh my god, kid. I don't even know where this is gonna go.
Then I suppose I should make the most of the time I have.
Maybe a bit. You might just pee and shit out pike heights for like a day or 2 days or 3 days, and you might have to have a lot of colon surgery, but you might live. I mean, you'll probably live then, but you know, it's just really like
You're not making a good case for wanting to live.
living. No, because I don't know, Boris. I'm gonna be honest with you. I promise that one. Your mom made me promise, and then your dad sent me here. And he's like, this is already out of my purview. I got another kid to take care of. And I'm like, wow, that's kind of really my crud. He probably needs you. And then he just, no. Yeah.
So, out of character, I don't remember if it's been brought up or not. Do I know he was, like, asked anything by my mom?
Hmm?
Does Sprawl, is this the first Sprawl is hearing about him, like, having any contact with his mom or anything?
No, the doctors previously told you how he's been looking after you because of your mom contacting him.
Okay, I didn't remember if that had come up or not.
It came up like once,
Okay.
I believe. But he hasn't had anything new.
Right, okay. So I'm kind of reading over the data on the screen and just... Do you know how to contact Virgil without going to S-Tech? They aren't our biggest fans.
Yeah, I remember you telling me about that. Nah, the best way I can think of is just sneaking into his cubicle.
I wonder if they've filled in that tunnel.
If it's... You mean the one in their floor?
Well, I'm sure they've patched up their floor, but I mean the entire tunnel. It was
I don't know, maybe
pretty
they stuffed
sizable.
it with, like... Might have filled it with something like dirt.
Yeah, most likely, but...
And they might have just bricked it up, I don't know. Depends what form our great friend up at S-Tech is currently feeling in the paranoia department or in his wallet.
Well, after what Motor Ward's gang did, he's probably on high alert still.
Maybe, but I don't know. You know what they're saying from S-Tech 2 now, right? Is that they've been trying to develop nanomachines. Really weird if you ask me. Or it's really weird.
Well, they attacked me from the future, so maybe
Well,
it's
then you might
a
expect...
loop of some sort, I'm sure.
That's worried. Any case, kid. Take care of yourself out there.
Thank you.
And now it is June 14th. We see verification fresh. Fresh out of your own debriefing system, and you just sent in your mission report for the Illuminati.
Woo!
So you see the captain walking with the base manager, telling, and he's just like, "Look, I'm just telling you. I think after the incident at the bank, we should just pull the assignments back here for added security. It'll be good to get them together again. Maybe some team building exercises."
I stop and salute for a slightly more than regulation amount to say, "Hey, right here, I can answer some questions, sirs."
And they kind of like nod at you and just at ease, and then goes,
"Sir."
And Kafal goes to and goes, "We'll ask one of the assignments themselves. Verification. How would you feel about meeting the other assignees?"
It would be good to get to know more than their dossiers, sir.
And the kind of captain looks at him like, "I told you so." And the Kafal just kind of like shrugs his shoulders and goes, "All right. Thank you for your input."
Hey, quick out of character question. Kafal look like what are they? Those guys that live in the Underdark and eat memories.
I would have thought it was just Cthulhu
Mind
humanoids.
flayers?
Yeah, they look like mind flayers or like octopus head people, right? They look like octopus head people,
Yeah,
right?
they look a bit like mind flayers, except with a bit more smoother heads.
Okay,
Yeah, like Ifilids. Anyways.
that's it. Okay, got it. Out of character question over. Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, mind flayers is the one I'm thinking of. Any case, yeah. So he goes, "Captain, rotate them back for debriefing and R&R. I'm sure they'll have wonderful things to tell us of their multiple adventures across the country." He goes, "Oh yeah, and all the things they've been confiscating, right?" He goes, "Those two." And they kind of like walk off together. It's nighttime now on June 14th, and we see Night Prowler in a graveyard with his dad.
What are we doing here, Dad?
What do you think we're doing here, kid? You're gonna get one.
Oh, yes! That one over there looked pretty haunted. Point to one of the graves.
What do you mean we're gonna, like, what? A corpse?
No, a spirit, of course. Or a demon.
Yeah, that. We're gonna get that.
Yeah, that's totally what we get.
All we needed to do was just, head to the section where they. And they're not in the usual cemetery. They're like inside this. He snuck you in. It's been a while. You've been riding on his bike for like between your two bikes for about a good 3 hours out of Halcyon City.
Is this the cursed one?
Yeah, it's pretty freaking cursed, all right. And he kind of like jumps off and hops, and he goes, "So now you're gonna get on the other side of the wall here."
Yeah. Do that.
And he follows after you, and he goes, "You know what this is, kid?
A meeting place for spirits?
Worse. We're in the cemetery of dead villains and people who were imprisoned their lives."
Oh,
My.
yeah. They must be so mean and angry in the afterlife. Perfect for my motorcycle.
Perfect indeed, kid. One of them hooked up to your motorcycle. Ooh. Damn, if they didn't have to worry about you, they'd have to worry about your bike.
Oh man, let's find
Anyways.
one.
Come on, where is he? And he kind of just hear just this haunting. kind of like sounds, the usual ooh and all that.
I think
He
I heard
goes,
one.
yeah, all you little craps. Woo back. And you get to the center of it, and he kind of just yells, "Hey, demons, it's me, ya boy." And from this kind of like obelisk one, kind of
Yeah.
like pulled out of it, is this horrific looking humanoid, tall, 8 spirit, like it would be 8 feet tall in length and like 4 feet in like it just being broad. And so and he goes, and it's just like oozing out of all of these kind of like different holes out of its body, and you just see like ectoplasm drip to the bottom. It goes, "Oh, this one's a good one." This guy, when he was up and about and hitting streets, and and he's like, this guy was called It.
He's beautiful.
And he's like, "Oh hell yeah, it is." And you get these slash panels of just the two of you working over this spirit, and then you guys like he's like now, and then you hear like after like this kind of like back and forth action of just shadow wrapping around, and then like you having like ectoplasm just sizzle like factory ooze. If you need a mental image for this guy, I based him like in my mind he's like Swamp Thing
Oh
or
yeah.
Man Thing. Man Thing is actually better from Marvel. Man.
Yeah. Oh man,
And
this
so
stinks.
oh yeah, it's putrid after. But it's just like, now kid, the hubcap, and you lift open it and he just gets sucked in there. And you see like all these kind of like lights just turn green on your bike, and now like a kind of like weird kind of like bale green fire like your bike just starts revving horrendously, and this kind of like fire goes out the back, and your wheels now, instead of like your dad's like flaming wheels, you have this like, you see Nightcrawler's bike have this weird like this kind of like ooze on it now, this glowing ectoplasmic ooze.
Dad, tears in Joey's eyes.
Aww.
All right, and I want to tell you before Mr. Johnson gets to you, but you're being pulled into the big leagues now.
Yeah, I heard. Since you're not around anymore, they want my help against all the demons and specters and all of that.
Yeah, you're being rotated into the WizKid Cabal. Except now
man,
he's trying
Mom
to...
hates them.
Oh, yeah, your mom hates them. She thinks WizKid's a cheesy little dick, and then the rest of them are just people trying to be like Chosen, which is kind of true, but we need people trying to be like Chosen because of what your mother's kind of people do. So don't tell her I said that, but it's true.
Maybe I also will find true love just like you did, fighting her.
Maybe you will, Joey. But let's just revel in the fact of not girls, but amazing demon bikes.
They're pretty much the same.
Pretty much the same, except one's orange and then one's green, and then one has flame on the wheels and one of them has slime.
Yeah, like, guess Joey and his father just stand there and like watch the bike like roar and demonic
Oh,
anger.
yeah, you guys just roll out over the walls like they were nothing, and then lights kind of just show up, and we see like in like the like guard tower, you see like Blue Exorcist was kind of like sleeping up there, and she kind of like turns and looks and goes, "Ah, hell, one of them got away."
Oh my god.
And she goes, "Oh well." And then like And then Morningstar goes over to her and goes, one of them got away, and she goes, yeah, no use now. And she's like, but they left a trail of like fire and slime. It'll be easy to catch them. And he'll be like, morning, it's 3 a.m. I'm not worrying about a let loose spirit. And he goes, but isn't this your thing? It's just like, no, my thing is my thing. And right now my thing is sleeping, which you're ignoring. And he goes, and she's like, do we need to have this conversation now? And he goes, no, bro. And he just like goes back down and goes, that's what I thought.
Nice.
So it's June 15th. And we see you guys in a conference room in the middle of somewhere in the Illuminati. Each of you got went to like one of the funky ways to get inside the building, and this time it was like one of those drop rides at an amusement park, but instead of going back up, it just kept going down.
Oh my god.
Oh god! Oh god, it's the worst!
Simply use your rocket stabilizers.
And then you see like these brakes come up and just slam against the walls like the emergency brakes of an elevator.
Oh my god.
And it's just this horrible screeching. And then you open the door, and then there's a beautiful conference table made out of mahogany. There's lemon water on the middle of the table and a couple of glasses. It's weird. You guys notice that Night Prowler isn't there, and sitting across from you is Mr. Johnson, and he has a guy next to him. And this is what the guy looks like.
Like Sam comes out of the elevator with like shaking knees and like puts a hand on the table and he says to Johnson, "I love your secretary's creativity. That one needs to be decommissioned. Like now."
Like none of them has. Trust me, kid. We've been around for ages. There's still a stairwell that's just not even stairs anymore because it's just decrepit. It's part of our superhero training program for heroes to have horrible methods of entry.
I'm gonna be sick. He's trying to take
like real life. See, verification's all right, and so is Sprawl.
And verifications are just like he takes out a brush from a compartment and just brushes off the area underneath the jet openings. See?
Of course, verification had some help, and he kind of like looks to the seat that's still a bit on fire.
It's like, yeah, those two don't have like an inner ear for a sense of balance anymore.
Well, that's something you have to deal with when you're on real superhero assignments. Any case, if you haven't noticed, Nightcrawler isn't here for good reason. He's been moved to the magic table. Now, what's the magic table, you say? Magic table is where all my supernatural superheroes go.
Oh dear.
And the president of the magic people who play Magic Table Club is WizKid, or as he's trying to call himself, Showman. Like Showman. Like P.T. Barnum kind of deal.
So, he's not coming back?
Oh, he won't be running with you guys. There's been a lot of... I've had to move a lot of assets into a lot of different places thanks to what's shown up on your most recent escapade. Good job, by the way.
Kind of gives a weak nod.
At least we're now uncovering this issue. I wish only that we had been able to continue to operate with our friend.
Well, people move on, people go, people die, people retire.
Yeah, it's part of the job.
Such is the way of things.
Indeed.
Such is the way of things indeed. So it goes, as the mighty Billy Pilgrim said. Not mighty at all. That's a bit of irony for you. Literary irony. He kind of like Mr. Johnson laughs. Any case, this is your new roti.
I think instead of just like sitting there, rock and roller is like wrapped up in a straitjacket.
I picked him up from a death metal festival.
Is he like impersonating that one guy from Disturbed?
Just wiggling around in there.
And Mr. Johnson's gonna look and go, maybe I thought it was more of a modern anime take on like Ozzy Osbourne.
And you can hear like underneath the straitjacket, "You can't stop me, old man, but you can't stop rock and roll."
Is this individual entirely stable?
Is the jacket optional or is he required?
Honestly, it's the only place. It was the only thought of mine that Dimitri could say to keep him in one place.
Let me out!
I honestly find it very appealing.
Let me out,
That's
old
my
man.
music free!
Yes, pretty much.
Oh my god.
Can't unplug the amp to my soul forever.
Oh my god.
You got better phrases than me. Why are you not playing them?
Character swap.
Night has become Dayman, and Dayman has become the Prince of Darkness since 2014.
Oh my god, what?
Oh man. Yeah, Bastion just looks at this character and smiles.
This is Rock and Roller. He's a music superhero that's been on the rise thanks to this little thing my secretary keeps calling me. He's trying to get me into, and it's called Twitter. If you haven't known, I hate birds.
You're better off without it.
Thank
Same.
you.
Yeah.
You're trying to tell her that. That's why she's there, is to manage the social media and get me all the juicy bits.
Let me out
By the
of
way,
here already,
you know-
you old man.
A fifth of modern villain crimes are stopped because they post selfies where they're doing the crime.
I'm not surprised.
It's amazing.
Why is our generation so lame? He just kind of puts a hand to his face. Like, are you for real? Like, wait, like, on the same day? They're not gonna...
In some ways, it almost seems as though they wish to be caught.
Fame, infamy, they don't care what they have. They just want one or the other.
As the third book of Paranoia
It's
says.
amazing because they don't get to do anything. They get their little status, and then we get to like take care of business. It's like a great system. Oh my god. Any case, Mr. Rock and Roller.
It's Rock and Roller Junior to you.
Usually you don't... You know what? Not gonna touch that. He just immediately steps off.
He kind of like looks and goes, "Right, Junior. I have another person that came. Woo."
Promise will only destroy half of their HQ if you let me out of here, please. With the P.
Listen, kid, do you want me to send you on one of the many, like, the entry, like, ways?
Is it cool?
I
there?
can show you that, in case you haven't noticed.
You see, like, Bastion give you a look of, like, don't test.
Most of them, if you like mosh pits, you may enjoy them.
Ooh. Sounds rock.
As the human, mostly, of this group, no, you don't want to do that.
Bastion, he's in a straitjacket. He very well might.
I am puzzled. Why does your garb not allow for in-field self-maintenance?
Well, because Mr. Jones said I was a menace to society, what is kinda right? Still.
Johnson. Name is Johnson.
Oh, whatever, old man.
Bastion looks at this kid and goes,
You probably only like see like two little eyes like darting around from like these like tight bandages that hold them together.
yeah, he can hear Like he can remember the day he met Night Prowler and Shroudhound went immediately. You're gonna have to look out for this one. And he just looks at this and he's like, "How did it get worse? This one's openly ready to break something."
Oh man.
What can you do, Junior?
Oh, a lot of things once that old man lets me out of here. Can rock and roll like nobody else. Well, maybe like my predecessors.
What is this rock and roll?
Rock and
Of which
Roller
you...
number 1. This is Rock and Roller number 2. I've been keeping a little tab on him because Rock and Roller was a great guy.
I think he's the 4th rock and roller. There was like a rock and roller in every like age, like the golden age, the bronze age.
Well, yeah, there's a Rock and Roller in like the prehistoric age too.
In the Dark Ages, he's rock and rolling with the loot.
Any case, he's the 5th Rock and Roller. I'm sorry, but you know, I don't have people to update me on histories. I just know who you are, okay? And I want you. And he slams down $1 to join the Illuminati.
To join the man to keep on rocking? Why don't you just like rip my heart out and eat it?
We aren't the man. I'd say, if anything, we're technically against the man sometimes.
He literally just told me to join the Illuminati, man. How man can you be?
The government?
Ah, fair enough.
In fairness, and verification raises a hand. I am from a government, just not yours.
You're not helping.
And he gives us thumbs up as though like this is the coolest thing.
Yeah, you're being cool.
Hey, you can convert our space communists to anarchism. Look, something to give you stuff to do.
Oh my god, yes. No.
Oh yeah, by the way, verification. Just gonna call out a bet now. $20 that you're going to find this man insane. After one day of talking to him about anything revolving around collective. Just have a weird feeling he's not gonna agree.
Well, you see, the 7th book of Paranoia tells you when inducting new members, as Mr. Johnson quietly pulls out like this nook.
Wait, you could like actually find a copy of... I've been searching for that thing since he's mentioned it.
Oh, I had to ask.
I would be happy to forward you a copy of the books if you can find them.
You will always
It was
say...
mostly just because you have to ask for like it to be translated.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
look, John.
And he goes, resistance is futile.
All right, look, Johnson. I joined your little club, okay? I mean, the old man will probably scold me for this, but these guys seems to be cool.
Yeah, they're cool, all right, but your old man was also like he died because of fried peanut butter sandwiches.
He, he's still alive.
Wait.
Oh wait, I'm sorry, that was Rock and Roller 3.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Wow.
If it helps with your
sorry.
image, we are known as the Calamity.
Oh, that's such a cool band name.
Yeah, I'm not... So did we get assigned him solely on our team name? I'm just curious, because we're really starting to build a thing that's never going to die.
Oh, I
he's
hope
all
it never
about
does.
he's all about rock and roll. Verification and I are clearly heavy metal.
Oh man, it's all the same family, man.
Verification sort of looks at himself and says, "It is true that my armor plating is composed primarily of vanadium."
Exactly.
And then I think the rock roller just like flops across the table in front of Johnson. Like, starts
Oh no,
making,
he would have been cutting you out as you guys would have been talking about this.
Okay, yeah. As soon Mr. Johnson like puts in the key for the padlock that locked him up, he
No,
starts
he
like
just took like these gigantic scissors and was cutting you out.
yeah. As soon as he's free, he starts like zipping around the conference room, like looks over you guys. he kind of moves like a living cartoon figure, like zips around you guys and like looks at you. Oh man, we got Doom Guy here and a bootleg Gundam and the Dayman from Always Sunny in Philadelphia. You guys are so cool.
Ashton kind of just looks at it. He's like, "Is that really what? Is that the first thing that comes? I guess."
I mean, you're the fighter of the Nightman,
I've seen it on a few of the internet forums regarding you.
champion of the sun.
Wait, I have forms.
You also know karate, which also helps.
Every
You
now and
basically
then,
hit
people do talk about us
every
online.
single-
I mean,
it's
I imagine because of your aggressive start to our time as a team, that we garnered a lot of attention from you. But I didn't imagine that I'd be on.
In any case, we're now going to do the making your own character mechanics now. So we're going to ignore the whole team section. And you trust him because he's part of the club now. And they want to join you because Rock and Roller thinks you're going to be a cool band because you're named the Calamity and things must be hella going where you're at.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, Rock and Roller, you're going to pick 2 out of these 3 gaggle to give influence.
I would say Bastion and Sprawl because they actually know what rock and roll is.
Don't worry, my communist alien. You'll soon be able to talk to him about the Glorious Manifesto yet.
Oh no.
And you then, for your relationship section, Rock and Roll, you're going to fill it in as usual.
Okay, let's see.
So, let me pull up the star.
Might wind up being more as a star than me someday. Would be great sidekick. I try to keep him around. I think there's potential in Sprawl. He could
As your
be a
sidekick?
star. No, he could be a star of his own.
Oh.
It would have been funny if you went the literal route of picking Bastion because he's becoming more and more like the sun that he's going to be the next sun.
Yeah, but Sprawl is special. Like he's his own techno show, pretty much. His own gag.
Yeah, dude. The only reason for Bastion would be the wordplay joke.
And Ragnarok would
Perfectly legitimate reason.
And I think verification will make a great sidekick to Ragnarok.
Booyah. And then what are your moves?
A bunch with the audience, and I think I took. Let me see. I took stage fighting, and I took time for the show. I mean, yeah. Stage fighting, when you directly engage a threat with an audience watching, mark a condition to roll superior instead of danger. And time for the show is when you put on a flamboyant display of your power, roll superior. On a 7 to 9, name an NPC present. On a 10, name 2 NPCs present. Named NPCs must either volunteer to help, information, express admiration, or ask for your help. GM's choice. On a miss, your display catches someone watching the wrong way.
Wonder how that could ever happen.
Not with our team.
Should I also explain my backstory? Alright, the very short rundown. The rock and rollers have been around since the 50s, since rock and roll was pretty much invented. And
well, yeah, it was the 50s. Was that? Otherwise, you had.
Yeah, that's when the first golden age rock and roll appeared. And pretty much the planet. So there's two planets that are in the Civil War: the planet Rockstar and the planet Popstar. And planet Rockstar since the 50s are sending this rock and roll powered super weapons to Earth. And whoever finds them turns into a rock and roller, pretty much. And the super weapons in the forms of guitars can pretty much turn rock and roll music into electricity.
Yes.
Amazing.
We're aware of these warring states. They've been
Yeah.
quarantined by an entire fleet for insanity.
Yeah, because they're pretty insane, the Popstarians and the Rockstarians. Like, everyone pretty much...
You had an entire expedition fleet torn apart by music.
Pretty much.
And it wasn't like fanfares or anything that your own group was known to. It was just high beat music, and like guns were exploding, and like things were just shutting out on beats and drops, and lyrics were being bashed out, and people. It was insane.
It didn't even make sense. In space, no one can even hear you scream.
Yeah.
Much less rock.
But you heard this. And that scares you.
If y'all haven't seen it, you should watch Legend of the Blue Heaven. I think it's called Black Heaven.
Yeah.
It's all about space fighting rock and roll powered starships.
Yeah, the technology that defies all reason and physical rules.
Just like rock and roll!
Pretty much.
Oh my god.
And the rock and rollers have one big adversary, that is Lady Xanadu, who's totally not Lady Gaga. And she's the villainous empress of planet Popstar, and she's here on Earth to mind control Earth. And the rock and rollers have like interfered with that all the time, since the 50s, pretty much.
Otherwise, before then, it was all well and good when Count Basie was around, and
Yeah, pretty much.
Actually, in orchestrational, there was a time of Baroque against traditional, but that was really just more of a verbal disagreement than anything.
And the thing about Lady Xanadu is that everybody knows she is a supervillain who wants to rule Earth with mind control, but since she's so famous, she gets away with it every time.
Yep.
And the media, most of the media are totally on her side, and they paint the rock and rollers as villainous.
Yep.
What kinda is right, because they're all like delinquents who like destroyed everything where they come to.
It's like half of the rock and rollers are just musicians from disbanded groups.
Oh my god.
But yeah. Ian is like the youngest.
Oh my god, Bastion's killing it.
Dude, I'm in my fucking element.
You should write my one-line.
Oh my god.
But yeah, even though they're delinquents, everybody loves the rock and rollers because they're rock stars. And they fight for justice and rock and roll, so that's cool.
It's like Power Rangers almost.
Yeah, they kind of like sent their heroes as well.
Oh my gosh, you're right.
Any case. Oh man. I'm sorry, I'm just saying it sounds like Super Sentai characters.
I mean, totally. Look at the picture. I mean, it is.
Yeah, it is.
It's straight up
like
Toku.
Yeah.
One sick person for justice to win.
So that is our new character. Oh my god, it's amazing.
Also,
now we get to go around the table since you've introduced Rock and Roller Junior, and you get to ask PCs if they care about what you think.
Okay.
Who cares about what Rock and Roller says?
I mean, Bastion cares because he's now a member of the team and his input is valued.
Oh.
Verification does not especially care. Cares like as an incidental tactical feature of the terrain, but Rock and Roller Junior does not seem yet to have complete respect.
Okay. And then Sprawl?
Yeah, Sprawl's, I mean, not like... He's kind of indifferent. Neither dislikes or doesn't care, but also isn't like absolutely cares about what he says either, you know? It's just Gotta
Alright.
build up, just brand new and everything.
Mm-hmm. So, rock and roll would take influence only over Bastion.
Cool.
Bastion.
Yep.
Oh my god, I just love, like, why do you care about the team? That's, like, my favorite line out of all of this. I've been looking at this.
Hi.
Mine?
Huh?
You mean mine?
Oh,
What
yeah,
I would-
yours. Yeah, yours.
Yeah. My team is my band, but ultimately it would be a lame solo act.
Together we will fight the good fight for justice and rock and roll.
Pretty much.
Dude, if my legacy backup was here, we'd be all over the top with anti juice into this system.
What's your legacy?
My legacy character was a character who thinks that since just heroes have become more of a job, that people have lost sight about the ideals that made heroes. So he's as stereotypical anime hero as possible on purpose to help reignite what started the whole deal of wanting to be a hero in the first place. So we would have had two characters who went justice at all moments.
My God.
In any case, and Mr. Johnson's now going into the briefing now, just like he's sending you after the witch, whatever. He thinks that something's up with her, and she's been sighted at a nearby, she's been sighted at a Publix. Sprawl, you remember trying fixing up the place, and then when you went back, the hut wasn't there.
Interesting.
It was brand new, it was just a clearing in a forest.
Bastion very much is interested in this mission.
And verification, you get an emergency recall signal.
Verification immediately stands up and says, receiving emergency signal. I must go. My people need me. Completely unironically, as far as you can tell, at least.
Kind of just turns to Johnson. Is there a way, back up through that elevator, or is that an only down thing?
Teleported space under the plant. Yeah,
Say
no,
again?
the fire up that thing again would take a bit.
Wait, I got a
think
better idea, and then I string my guitar and send blow up the ceiling.
So with this power, does it literally shoot electricity out of your guitar?
When he plays it, yeah, he pretty much turns rifts into electricity.
I would like to just grab that lightning bolt before it smashes right into a company property and try to snuff it out.
Yes, Sprawl was gonna try to do the same if you don't do it. So
Yeah, I guess it's just technically his wheelhouse since this is an element that he can control. And rather not have our first action as a new team, we destroy the building we're in.
God.
Roll me, freak.
Yeah,
All
okay.
right.
With a
God.
yeah, so you kind of grasp the tail end of it, and it still flips through your fingers, and you're crap.
well,
But you managed to get enough energy where it just there's just
Oh!
no burning spot. Oh, that wasn't for you, rock and roller.
Oh, I thought I should have.
God bless
I'm
America.
sorry, man. But it just kind of it goes through the first room, and then it stops at the second, and he goes, "Huh."
Hey, rock and roller.
Why did you do that, Bastion?
Let's not. We have this. This is a job. We can't break property of where we work in.
But I wanted to make an exit for your alien body.
If you succeeded in that, you would probably compromise the entire location if verification took that exit.
and one thing you will learn is almost literally everything is an entrance or an exit down in this place.
Oh
you
my
kind of just
god.
place in a potted plant, and you just gotta step into the pot, and then you're good.
Verification immediately runs and hops into plants. Come, time is short.
See.
So yeah, you guys kind of like all like hop into the like 1 foot in. Well, you're kind of. I imagine you're the last one, and then you kind of just break the pod as you get to the like the bottom of it, and you guys are all just kind of like, you know how commercials do that kind of like weird like flip sound, and then you're in a completely different place.
Yes.
Well, that's what happens.
Woo! Oh my god.
And Bastion, you didn't notice this now, but you're able to stare at the sun as this kind of like gold. It's more like a lamp to you now.
You see Bastion just looking up at the sun, going, "Huh?
And it's red.
The sun is red.
Guys,
Yes.
Yo!
I was told that, by my god, that if the sun went red, we need to look for like a dead squid, and he kind of looks around.
Bad.
Should we
Why?
go to an Asian market?
Whoa!
Verification is like, this is bad. The Kafal is dead.
Wait, what?
And like he's like, there's like a panel on his arm that he's just like madly tapping, and he's like, and you hear, actually you don't hear it until it like screams in at just under the speed of sound, the ship.
Could you give us a play-by-play, buddy? Like, who's dead and why?
The commander of the base is the commander of the base. A Kafal could be misidentified by a human as a multi-tentacle-headed alien, what you might call a squid.
Oh my god! My first mission from Apollo has to deal with your people. Oh man, why can you have...
Just get in the ship. We have to go.
Yeah, I'm going, man. I'm going.
Sweet, right? Sea status?
And as soon as everyone's in, like verification closes the hatch. And are we like a city block?
Yeah, you're like, it's like a city. It's like a couple city blocks away, which is funny because you like blast forward like 2 seconds, and you're like in this airfield kind of like building place. And there's just this really like hushed tone to everything.
At the base?
Yeah, and then you see the sergeant come by and just says, "You report to the hot. You gotta report to the medic bay now."
Yes, sir. I'm given to understand that the base commander is no more.
It's just like, wait, how do you know that the manager's in like near-death condition?
Vision from God. Don't worry about it.
What he said. Also, question: Is the base a Are we past the base's airlocks, or is it outside? Is everyone in encounter suit?
Everyone's kind of like, most of them are in encounter suits. Yeah.
I mean, all of them have to be in encounter suits if it's outside. Otherwise, they'll burn they'll burn.
Who needs the equipment to breathe right now? Us or them?
Yeah, that's the question.
Oh, them. They're all like kitted out. Like
Okay,
when
got it.
when you get to like the airlock, like the hangar has to like, they're fine until they get to the airlock, and then you have to like put on like these kind of like radiation kind of like style gear. Sprawl, you don't have to.
Do I have to?
Do you not need to breathe air?
He has a suit, like a Super Sentai armor, pretty much.
No, the only one who needs a bloody freaking suit is Bastion.
Great.
So, and even Bastion, it's not even like burning when you're in like all you need is like this gas mask.
Yeah. Humans only need a gas mask. We need like a full-on like pressure suit.
Well, there's that in Bastion's new form.
Probably wouldn't clash
Right.
too well with suits in general now, huh?
Could he just generate an air bubble around his head? Like bringing atmosphere with him?
Is that in your power set?
Elemental control, right?
Yeah, I mean, I guess. I don't know if he has that delicate of a control of it over it yet, though. He probably
Yeah.
uses the mask.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, if it fails,
I don't.
nitrogen toxicity is not fun.
I'll use the mask. So we're heading to the medic bay thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And verification's just like, okay, come with me. And presumably the med bay is nitrogen pressurized, so verification takes off his helmet when he's
Yeah.
inside.
And so
And-
you just see him, and he has like 3 different holes in him.
Oh, the Kafal?
The fall. And the captain kind of like looks at you, verification's just like, he's asking for you. Get the account. Ask what happened.
Wait, who's saying this? The doctor?
No, the captain's there. He's walking out to meet you.
Okay, got it.
And he looks at the
What transpired, sir?
someone got the ambush on him inside the base.
How?
I don't know, but I'm going to put it on lockdown now.
Understood, sir.
You're all going to have to get comfortable here, because until this matter's resolved, you're not going to see sun.
Bastion kind of just sighs and he's like, man, I really liked it when today's mission was going to be look for a cute girl.
Aw.
Maybe you'll
In any
find one
case,
here.
it's like, also, the rest of you stay out. This is the collective business.
Well, he's part of our team.
And he's also from us, and so is the victim, so you're gonna respect us this one time.
I mean, as you say, it's as you want to go, but my God kind of had some intel on this. I think that this was going to happen, and he sent me to do it, help you deal with it.
Fantastic, then you should already be prepared to help. Just wait until he gets out.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. Please. Wait here a moment.
I pat your shoulder. You got that, man.
You got that what?
You got that, man. I say to you. Pat your shoulder.
In any case, you walk in, verification, you get into like the bubble, and you kind of like see that everything's secured in secret, and you just see him like breathing weakly into his mask.
Sir.
It's like no formalities.
Yes. What did you wish to speak about? And like you almost says, sir.
That I was attacked inside here, right?
Yes.
It was right before the orientation with the other assignments.
Whom do you suspect then?
I have no idea.
Did you see
But
your
I've
assailant?
also been digging around verification for those grenades.
The anti-magic ordinance?
Yes.
What have you found?
I think they've been using it to undermine us.
Who?
whoever wanted me or had me killed. Verification, you're gonna need, if it's all of them, it's not gonna be all of them, but it's definitely someone at base, and they're probably gonna try another run at the armory or evidence. I don't know which one. But you gotta find one out of all of them to find and end the traitors. And he just starts coughing, and you can see blood fucking the gas mask.
Physician! He requires assistance.
He's like, no, it's useless. All the augmetics in the world couldn't stop. And you kind of see 3 holes in him. 3 plasma lands hole.
Rats.
He goes, the room went dark. And the only light was the one that passed for me. Find the ones you can trust, verification, before they find you.
Yes, sir.
And you kind of like, and as you like want to like continue this conversation, you kind of just see the kind of like spirit, like the machine flatlines.
Verification. And is the attendant physician even coming?
Yeah, it's more of a mortuary team.
Ouch.
This guy wasn't long for the world.
Yeah. All verification. First verification just like forwards them just like all the video of what. Okay, so verification just walks out of the med bay to the team and says, Captain, teammates, something is rotten in this base. I am not referring to food.
Which is ridiculous because the food is highly maintained through standardized checks every 5 hours.
I am referring...
Is that
Captain.
I'm sorry, is that a phone?
Is that a phone?
Oh yeah, sorry. It's
Something is rotten in the state of the collective will. Captain, you are read in on the anti-magical ordinance, correct?
and he goes, not really. I knew the manager was going on about that, but I was having to deal with the assignments and their missions. It's been the end actually for quite a few of them.
The end?
One of them was looking into it. And so I thought it prudent to call him back, and now this happens. Even before you found him, we knew about the missing supplies, but guess they weren't in that human country called China.
Wait, what?
China?
Bastion just holds. He's like, don't correct him. Don't correct him. Just let them go. This is serious.
What? The base manager has requested that I look into it and suspects that whoever was involved in that was also the cause of his demise. The base manager is deceased.
Mm-hmm. And he kind of like nods at this and goes, the medic team did as long as they could just to prolong his life till he could give you his last wishes.
Why me, sir?
I don't know why you. I haven't known why you since you got assigned to this planet. Serial number, and then we see those dots again. You never did qualify as much as the other candidates to be sent here. Your infraction wasn't as large.
My infraction was sufficient, sir, but that is neither here nor there.
Listen. I know your infraction. I read the file. Literally, the base manager was part of the team part of the council that got you assigned here. I read what happened. You might find it severe, but compared to the other 5, even mine? And he kind of just shakes his head.
Sir, in any case, we have investigations to begin.
Yes. I'm going to go and make sure none of the assignments come through his room.
Do you suspect that it is one of the assignments?
We order them back and then this happens? Heck yeah, I suspect one of the assignments.
Then they were all on base, save myself, correct?
Yeah. That is an affirmative.
Then we shall have to begin. I'll need the...
You're gonna need to keep this
records.
low key.
Say again?
You're gonna need to keep this low key, of course.
Sir, the base is on lockdown. Surely whichever one of them knows, or whichever one of them is guilty.
There's enough ordnance here to break out even of here.
Then the first priority should be to secure the weapons.
That it should. I'll take my leave.
Agreed. And then verification looks at the rest of the team. This is bad.
Sounds like it, yeah.
Someone is subverting the will of the collective.
Yeah. Rock and roller.
We all quietly look to rock and roller.
Yeah, rock and roller, like, makes like a singing sound on this guitar and says, "Oh my god, it's a mirage. I'm telling you, it's sabotage."
Oh my god! Indeed, sabotage is a core concern at this point. However, I believe that you are onto something, and verification. Follow me, and verification immediately begins like fast walking towards the armory.
As we're following, Bastion just goes to Sprawl and says, "Yeah, you really may want to send him that whole thing about rock history, so he doesn't take every reference as a literal guidance."
I suppose. Yeah, send him like a few rock documentaries from YouTube or something. Just shoot him the links.
You can see the read receipt, but like there's Like, you can't tell whether he was watching them. You're pretty sure he's.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just putting it out there.
Oh yeah, totally. Let's see. So when we get to the armory, verification talks to like the guards, right, that are presumably posted. And he's like,
Yeah, there's 2 guards, and funny enough, one outside is the shield assignment. The one you remember has these
Tortoiseshell?
humongous attachments onto their armor and back.
Tortoiseshell, right?
Just tortoise.
Oh, tortoise.
And he kind of like nods at you.
What's going on?
Walk down. I thought I'd make something useful of myself.
You're guarding as well?
Yeah, only one that entered was the quartermaster in the first security team.
And are they inside at this point?
Yes, they are. And the door, he knocks at it, is sealed.
Verification calls up like a model of the excuse me is there another access?
Roll me plus superior.
Okay. Woo! This is my jam.
Nice.
Yeah, so you see verification pull up all this business on the verifications of the base, and it out of doorways and hallways there's no entrance, but then you get this thought, right? What about air ducts and like water piping and gas piping? And that's where you see this like these entrances to like basically the entire base.
Oh dear. Sprawl,
Yes.
your nanites could fit through, and verification points to all of them, right?
Yes.
Here. Couldn't they?
Yes. What do you need me to do?
I need you to go through all the access points to this armory and determine whether they have been tampered with. See whether anyone has gotten through.
I will see what I can do. And so...
Sprawl, roll me plus 3 for that.
Okay, you've got either market condition or make it temporary.
Yep.
And market condition.
Yeah,
I'm gonna stop rock and roller from doing that, by the way.
you see that all of them have been tampered with, Sprawl.
Can I tell what type of tampering?
There's some kind of weird lining to all of it.
Weird lining?
Yeah, like weird lining.
Lining.
Like as in lining the edges of it, like the walls, or like wire work?
Like there's something on like the corners of the ducts, and there's something like this weird grease at like the bolts of it, like at the edges where it should be sealed, but you have these kind of like little drones almost. They're like oversized ladybugs that can fit into the palm of like say a human hand. And so, or actually the size of a palm of a human hand. And so they kind of like push at it, and one of the grades, you hear like this clattering from inside, and Tortoise kind of goes, "What was that?"
That was my compatriot. We were performing an investigation.
And I transmit the data directly to verification. I don't actually say anything.
And on a closed.
You see what happened.
Say again.
Verification, you see what he found, what Sprawl has found.
On a private channel to says, can you determine anything about the chemical composition or origin?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to have the Peakites try to analyze the substance, and then compare that, especially if it's something alien, with like any databases I have access to or anything like that.
Including the one that verification finds him using team.
Okay.
Well,
Roll me freak again. Or what did you want to do verification?
Oh, I was gonna spend a team to assist.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna spend a team to assist.
So yeah, you compound this. It's kind of like this weird kind of like acidic grease almost. And verification, as you're looking through, like you kind of like you're scrolling through it, and in the dossiers you see that multiple times collective will wet work teams will use this grease to kind of sneak into a fortification to perform sabotage, like to detonate stores and whatever.
What kind of grease is it? Like, is it?
It's like this entry grease. Like you put it on a grate, and it'll sizzle like quietly for like a couple of seconds, like barely even make a sound, and then you can just push through something.
Yeah, like Mission Impossible type thing.
Yeah, like exactly like that.
Gotcha. Okay. And I'm going to immediately call up all the dossiers for the assignments and see who was on who Wetworks teams.
Roll me assess the situation.
Okay. Woo!
Okay, so on Wetworks, we see the captain having ran Wetwork missions, Tortoise being in the backup team for Wetworks. Viper is an assassin, and
You mean Viper? You mean Forked Tongue?
Hmm?
Viper or Forked Tongue?
Forked Tongue.
Got it.
Give me a second. I'll give you the rest of this via personal.
Gotcha. Well, we can't rule out.
Give me a second. I'm looking through some stuff. I've been switching between my legal pad and paper notes. And I mean, not paper notes, but like other different kinds of notes.
Yep. This is really
And
interesting.
trying to find said electronic notes on like. This is really freaking hard. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
Okay.
Galactic Sting.
Galactic Sting. There we go. Because I know
So-
there's 4.
So he was on Wetworks and he left his team to die.
Yes, on a Wetworks mission.
Nice guy.
Oh, he's a real charmer.
Is the record available? Like,
Of what happened?
yeah, I mean, do any of them have like? Can I even tell which of them would have been trained in material?
A lot of them have special ops training, and they just gone, and it's all just at one point just gone wrong.
Yeah, like they all had like a job that went really really bad.
Yeah, like something that went like inverted kind of direction, not even sideways, but just awful. And you have this own personal idea of your infraction verification that's different from the record the captain has, which is why he said, like, it's just why you're guessing, like, why he's saying, like, you're trying to understand why he's saying you're not as bad.
He doesn't know the half of it.
Yeah.
And I won't.
But if you can send me the rest of them, because
Oh yeah, sure. Sorry. I don't actually know how to
via text.
Yeah, I don't know how to
just /whisper and then Mr.
Okay,
and then you'll find me. Just because I don't want that clogging up the public chat. So you have this information. Tortoise is just kind of like, Tortoise walks over to Rock and Roller, and he goes, "You should stop doing that. I don't need you to ruin the actual integrity of this door."
Pretty sure it's massive enough. And then I just like give it like one last hit, just to test it. Yep, it's tight as fuck.
I don't know this Fort Knox you speak of, but I hope it is tighter than that.
I think it's a band or something.
Ankis, Bastion, what are you doing?
Well, Bastion kind of again realizes kind of outside his wheelhouse, and honestly, he's waiting for Sprawl verification to finish what they're doing, because he plans on giving the point man for this investigation role like directly to verification, so that he knows they can basically lead this one, because this is both his people in something that he specializes in, since Bastion is more of a fight guy than a think guy.
Okay. So, verification like pulls the team into a huddle and says like, Sprawl, can you do the communicator trick again?
I suppose. I try to generate a comm for a rock and roller.
Ooh.
Yep, Rock and Roller, you get it. You got like this like weird Bluetooth earpiece kind of thing.
Oh, sweet. And like his helmet opens and he like numbs it. Nom.
God.
I'm going to assume you're online now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, totally.
In a secure private channel. We should be good.
Got you guys on speaker, over.
Does he Oh dear.
Bash-
Here's the
Bastion,
situation at
over.
the situation at present. Whoever entered the army in order to abduct or to acquire these materials was working as it we know had to have worked on a wetworks team for the collective will. A rectifier squad. Of the other individuals assigned to Tortoise, Galactic Sting, Tongue, and our captain were assigned to a wetworks team and had sufficient training to use these devices. We need to determine which of them committed this.
Your suits record everything, correct?
This is correct. I simply do not know whether I will be able to access the records. Although they should be in the secure data vault.
If you're not given access, perhaps I can get access.
All right.
Try to do this by the books first, though. Don't need to get you in trouble.
Agreed. Perhaps verifications. Let's see. We have the armory. Oh, wait. What was the other thing we needed to lock down?
The evidence?
Yeah, the evidence locker. Verification. Verification says to Sprawl. Hold on a sec. Thanks. Verification says to Sprawl. Can you place cameras as access points discreetly? Of course.
I will try. And so I'm going to try to send out little mini colonies of Peakites to the access points to set up cameras that would be networked to me, but not physically connected.
Okay.
I'm assuming that'd
So
be
you're
a
trying to
freak.
get to the cameras. Yeah, you're trying to get into the cameras of evidence?
No,
I'm trying to plant cameras at all the access points using my Peakites, creating stationary network camera network for me to keep an eye on.
Okay. So then could you roll me, plus freak.
Whew.
Okay. So you managed to send out more of these kind of like smaller ladybugs. Now like only the size of like your fingerprint. And they all huddle in these kind of like 360-degree rotations at all these kind of like intersections. Well, as you're kind of like flicking through the place, it's kind of like this hazy version of like the Death Star. Except instead of it being round, it's just blocks. That can be sealed and opened at will. Like there's bulkheads all around the place, and you set so much of your like pie kites out that your own suit is a bit diminished in size. And you see just all these like troopers going about like in this kind of 1000 kind of like window bug vision.
Alright, I patch verification into it also.
Hmm. Sorry, one sec. It's extremely useful. Now, we have to secure the evidence. We have to, and verification starts leading into the evidence with a special eye on all, and he has like an automatic alert in one corner of his suit HUD that if anything moves like big on the ones that approach on the cameras that approach the armory.
Anything big?
I mean, if anything comes at them through the vents, it's obviously illicit. But if someone goes through the main door, I mean, that's kind of obvious.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got you.
So verification is looking at the verification goes to like the evidence and records room.
Mhm.
Is that locked down too?
Yeah.
Standing. By just like a pair of guards.
Yeah.
I require access to this room.
And they go, hold serial number. ... We were told of your coming. You have access. Another one of your comrades entered asking about his investigation materials.
Whom?
Multiple positions.
I quietly rifle through the multiple positions dossier to see if he has like hacking and or information warfare training. Like, would he have the training to alter evidence?
You have to sift through these kind of like, you're basically trying to scrub out all the black lines to see what's underneath them.
Mm-hmm.
Because you just have some heavily doctored dossiers. So if you can roll me +3 to kind of like scrub through the protection layers.
I think I'm gonna mark that I am angry that, you know, my boss didn't give me the tools that I needed to do this job.
Yeah,
Like,
it's kind of weird how Captain was just like, yeah, you gotta go out and investigate. Now go. And he didn't give you anything. And then, yeah. So you're angry about that. And you get in, and what you get from the bit that you get from Multiple's position is that he was a one-man force recon.
Okay.
So he doesn't have the tools. I mean, he never got the training for like evidence, like forging or anything.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, he's
Scouting and sure, but like forging and like kind of like all those kind of like criminal kind of like things is like not really on the docket. Even for special forces for the collective will.
Yeah. That would be more like intelligence.
True.
Uh,
But in any case, no, he's not part of that.
okay.
If anything, it's kind of weird how Fourth Recon got stuck with an investigation role.
How so?
You'd have to find out yourself. It's just he's sending complaints for like how to get a different assignment.
Ah, got it. Yeah.
But
Well,
he's
I enter
welcome
the
tonight.
I enter the evidence lock or the evidence room.
Right, and you enter and there's two more guards, and you see multiple positions. He has these kind of like Doc Ock arms, but they're like more angular, like Yellow Jacket arms on him. Besides Jet's, and these kind of arms just are kind of like folded into his backpack right now, and he's right now taking like this magnifying glass, and he has two different sets of grenades like in front of him. He has this one that is just completely smoothed over, and then one of the standard issue ones.
Are those the anti-magic ordnance?
He looks up and goes, "Ah, new blood."
Indeed.
And he like looks down at it, and his own helmet is off. And he's the same way as you, and he kind of like rubs his gauntlets, like his hands into his eyes, and he goes, "Yep, this is my mission." Going on for 4 months and running.
What have you found so far?
Nothing that you didn't find out in the last week. Followed them. Interstation got past it. Then they got diverted. Then they got mingled about in transportation. Shipping screwed up handling, and they've been read at this one side, and then the one side had normal checks, and then they were gone.
It sounds as though they were laundered the pyramid system.
Yeah, the entire ordnance system is actually laundered. I've learned that not only these grenades have been laundered, but also plasma lance upgrades, suit upgrades, armor repairs.
My God. No wonder I haven't gotten a Mark III again.
Yeah, no, he hasn't had the time to. Base manager really hasn't had the time to review your own statement again, but what I heard, you were slotted for a couple more improvements to your Mark II. To be honest, I prefer Mark II. I was raised on it.
Oh, this is making
Mark
sense.
II had more mechanical fail-safes than this. This is almost nearly all electronical. Mind you, the cabling's amazing, but I could always count on the Mark II in case things go wrong to be able to manually take care of things.
Why
he
would
kind of
they-
just looks between the two magic grenades, and he kind of like takes like a plasma torch and like burns a hole on like the one that's like the marked one, and then tries to like rapidly cool it and then set it like Play-Doh almost, and then he kind of like you see just the smudges and everything, and then he kind of like just holds up his hands in exasperation again, and he kind of just there's this food packet that he takes off to the side, opens it, and just starts drinking from it as he kind of like walks towards you. What's up?
Are you trying to determine how their casings were altered?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm trying to do. The closest thing I've ever come up to was minorly filling in the holes. I mean, not even minorly filling in the holes. That one was near it, but that takes way too much work. There's
What if they were
humans called
manufactured?
sandblasting. Sandblasting was effective.
Sandblasting worked?
Yeah, sandblasting worked. If
But it was
you
too...
used it on the entire chassis, you'd have to be quick with it though. Otherwise, you get into the ordnance and then you're seeing lights. He goes, so
No.
why are you down here?
I need to know if any... I need to review everyone's suit records. See if there are any clear disparities.
Everybody has a clear disparity. But go ahead.
Do you have a clear disparity?
And from his backpack, all these kind of arms fold out and goes, yeah. I have a clear disparity, alright.
Good. If you weren't able to be skeptical, I'd suspect you all as much as the rest.
Rock'n'Roller like leans over to Bastion and say, I think they're gonna like start like a action figure series of them. Like one has like the armor and one has like the arms on their backpack. It's kind of crazy.
Pretty sure they're already there. Yeah, he just kind of nods sagely.
And so, but in any case, that you're not going to find suit records here. You'd have to go to acquisitions.
What about the camera records for this part of the building?
That would be in the CO computers, which would be the captains in our dearly departed, or in operations with the debriefs. Did you get that kind of? Did you get that kind of access? You would.
I don't know. I haven't tried.
All of us? Did you get that kind of access?
Say again?
Above all of us, did you get that kind of access?
I don't know why the base commander selected me, sir.
Oh, old man always did have a funny sense of things.
I wish it were otherwise sometimes. But we cannot question.
Yep, that's the second book of Paranoia.
Okay. I'm just thinking this through out of character. So we know we know that someone with wetwork specialty, probably Fort Tongue, Galactic Sting, Tortoise, or the Captain, entered the evidence or the armory illicitly.
Mm-hmm.
And the Captain's the one who has the information relevant to the Captain's the one who has information relevant to the investigation on his computer, right?
Mm-hmm. On his terminal, yeah.
Okay.
He has everything on his computer because he's in charge of operations.
Okay. I'm going to send a. I'm gonna disengage and walk out of the room. And while I'm walking, start drafting a message to all the or start drafting a message that says I found that blank is the traitor. Arrest this person on site. Treat as dangerous. And
You're writing what to who?
like
Wait, have you
a
filled in blank yet, or have you not? Are you leaving
no,
blank?
I'm not
blank?
filling in the blanks. I'm not filling in the blanks yet.
Okay.
Although I have a suspicion. And then I'm saying like, yeah, I'm just saying like, treat this person as hostile, and arrest on sight. And then I'm going to the captain's office and saying, and like knocking on the door.
Oh,
Or
the
I
captain.
suppose, yeah, or I suppose like it's like the Star Trek thing where it's like the door chimes.
It chimes, but there's no answer.
Captain.
Are you messaging him now?
Yeah.
You get a message of yes, serial number or verification.
I require information access to the cameras in the armory.
Why the cameras?
In order to determine who has been in and out. It seems self-evident. I'm surprised multiple position didn't already act.
Multiple position has only been shacked up with his grenade project.
That's precisely why someone would want access to the armory cameras.
He's still trying to figure out how they do what they do.
Well, in the meantime, I'm trying to figure out
Who's been in. So he goes 2 minutes in the base manager's room. I can easily access it. And then he goes done. And you verification now have over 24-hour cam access for like the past, like, how long did you want it?
Optimally, as long as we've, for now, like the past week to month. But
Okay.
like
So he gives you a week. He gives you the past week.
yeah, and optimally, like the past however long this investigation is.
And then you get the past investigation, and then he gives you 3 months.
Okay. There's a lot of information in here, and I don't know how it can. It's going to take a long time to go through it, but at least we have it now. Any thoughts? What are suggestions? Beyond just looking through all the hours, I suppose.
I mean, Rock'n'Roller would do something else. Question: were there like vents in the evidence? Okay.
Yeah. There's vents everywhere.
Okay. I think Bastion would see that because Sprawl and verification are busy with actual investigation work. Rock'n'Roller is like unscrewing one of the vents and is starting to climb in Bastion. That's pretty much what you see.
Buddy, what are you doing?
Like emerges from the vent, like looks at you. Well, starting my own investigation, of course. You want to come with me?
What do you seek to uncover? I don't understand.
Well, Machine Guy did You said that they went through the vents, right?
Indeed.
Well, that's what I'm going to do too. Going through the vents. Getting in the mind of the perpetrator. Also, it's just cool, you know. Could be aliens in there.
There are aliens out here. You recognize this, correct?
Well, I'm going through the vents.
I suppose so.
Yeah, and then he's already like closing the vent behind him again.
Bastion just kind of scratches the back of his head like, I really hope he doesn't break something.
I'm sure he will.
Oh wow, this one goes downward. Whee!
God.
Yeah, just saying someone like
And he was
Going down the
never
slippery.
seen again.
pretty much.
Oh my god.
So rock and roll, you kind of like get down to the bombs, and Sprawl, you kind of like, oh, and he was never seen again, and then you just see one after another of your bugs just get smashed.
Oh my god.
Yep, he broke something.
And
Yeah.
then
Raggroll
bugs.
actually, yeah, Raggroll actually tries to like find evidence in the vents, like try to like see if he can like follow the way that the intruder took.
I'm trying to set it up for Sprawl here. Is that you roll me assess? I mean, roll me here, Sprawl.
Superior?
Yeah.
Is it what move?
Assess.
Assess the situation.
So
Nice.
I'm gonna use the first question of what here can I use
Okay.
to advance investigation. And as you see rock and roller just breaking like at these regular intervals, there's just one broken bug and another broken bug, and the pikeheads are just starting to return to you, whatever. And then you're getting from a different direction more pikeheads, and then you look up and then you see terminated.
So, like outside of his path, somewhere else?
Outside of his path, yeah.
So they're getting terminated elsewhere.
Yes,
Yes.
something's destroying my cameras.
Where?
Did I see anything on any of them before they started getting destroyed?
At different access points, you can see lasers blow up one, and then since I'm going to use the rest of your full hit to see it, you kind of see this this kind of weird hover, kind of like weird drone, long hover drone that's just kind of undulating through the vex. It closes it turns, and then from its main center, in the center of it, there's eyeball and a little kind of two openings on, and then the sides of it open as it notices, and then from the three openings open around its front of it, and then 3 miniature laser beams pop out of it, and 3 more bots are terminated.
One, I want to track down where in the vent it is, and then on the secure channel, open it up to Rock and Roller, and be careful in there. You're not alone. Something in there is destroying my cameras. It looks pretty dangerous.
I'm not alone in the vents.
No, there's
Can
an
I still-
eyeball slug with lasers.
Yeah, it pretty much turns into the scene from Alien. Link.
Oh my god.
And then I transmit the picture of the thing to verification.
And verification immediately like runs it through the database. And like, looks at Sprawl and is like, way ahead of you.
Or roll me freak. Roll me freak, actually. That'd be good.
Okay, freak, you say.
Sorry. Roll me freak.
Okay, I will take a 7. Was that unleash? What is it?
Condition or temporary?
I mean, what would it be if it was temporary? I'm not sure.
Let me worry about that.
I'm gonna go with insecure since this is like, this is getting like progressively even worse. Just, oh dear. This is just like one big progressive, oh dear, everything is wrong in verification's universe.
So, did we all, like,
So,
know the...
oh, go on.
Did we all know the type of wounds that the base commander died from, or only verification?
Yeah, I told everyone that, like...
Okay.
That...
So then, yeah, just could those... Is that positioning of those lasers match with his wounds? It had 3 miniature plasma lances.
Oh, good catch.
And you can't really tell by the picture verification. Something looks kind of weird about its guns, but you can't really
Are they lasers or plasma lances?
The one that kind of like comes up at who has these kind of like drones to them.
Say that again?
Is the
only person.
2 members listed in the encounter forces, direct encounter forces program that has these kind of drones is Forked Tongue and the Captain.
Great.
Okay. Do these vents have like an airflow to them?
Yeah, this is where the gas is pumped out of.
Bastion says, if you tell me where, I could try to suck all the air out of the vent and maybe pull this thing along since it's hovering and not really attached to the vent in any way.
Quick question. Would I presume verification would know this, but would the collective wills like hover tech be like affected by that?
Somewhat. There's been issues with like hurricane force winds with tanks, and usually when that happens, they're just not allowed off the base when that happens, and so they're kind of just clamped down onto these pads that are fortified into the ground and like held there by like, super magnets.
Oh my.
Otherwise, if the wind isn't strong enough, the grav generators will just exude a bit more energy and then just not move.
I think you hear Rockroll over the comms. Keep me in the game, coach. I can do this.
Ready for center field?
Yeah, and he crawls through the vents, and he like looks down on his guitar, and he sees like there's like a display, like an alien with the like movement sensor. I can take it. I got this. I get us that thing.
It's the alien from War of the Worlds to anybody who knows, but still.
So like a tripod.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I find the little fucker and then I bring it to you. That's evidence. Maybe I even leave enough of it so we can analyze it. Okay, continues to crawl.
Perhaps we should attempt to capture it intact.
I will do my best. I can't promise anything though.
And I try to describe the directions as best as possible and the tunnels and all that to Bastion to try his plan too.
Okay.
All right.
So,
I want to use a move.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll for burn so I can use overcharge to it says you channel the full capacity of your incredible powers to overcome an obstacle and reshape it. I want to use it more to reshape the environment so that the entire duct system, like everything, is getting pulled. Like an intense wind is sucking everything towards us. So I guess that will like affect Rock and Roller too, but
Yeah, I know, right?
it'll probably rip both of them out.
So you're trying to just make that kind of hurricane force wind to try and...
Yeah, basically, I'm taking like the probably like decent gust through out, being an intense torrent towards the exit that Rock and Roller just used to get inside the vents.
So basically, you're trying to pull the drone to Rock and Roller.
To us.
To us,
Right.
And I guess potentially Rock and Roller if he's in the same route as us now. Like this is either gonna hit Rock and Roller dead in the face, or it's gonna come zooming straight out.
Oh my god.
Sorry, guys. Okay, so you're roll me burn.
Dude. God damn it. Oh well. I still get enough burn to do what I
Oh
want.
my god. Oh my god. Ouch. That is painful. Yeah, indeed.
But hey, delicious
Whole
potential.
bunch of conditions.
Woo!
I'm back to 3 conditions. Woo! That didn't last long, but I'm gonna spend both of the 2 points that I get to use overcharge. Take a 10 plus to unleashing my powers, so I can do that. What I said.
Yeah. So as
damn
kind of like pull it almost, just like as if you were like yanking out of like a tug of war, and like just more of the gas just starts to come out, and just more, and finally you just get to this point where you're not.
Who?
Hello?
Yeah, we're here. I'm here.
Uh,
For everyone else.
did Cam cut out?
No, I think someone screamed for her crying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm glad the only time I rolled this session, I immediately rolled a failure that's like irrehensible.
Oh my god. How?
To do something that would auto succeed.
How?
That's why I don't roll.
Okay. Anyway, and you hear like this horrendous screeching coming from the vents.
Oh my.
And just pulled more and more, and you're like struggling with this thing just to get under it. And so eventually it's like you hear like this 30 seconds of screeching and the show, and like a couple, like 4 guards come around the corner and go, "What the hell's going on? Is it the intruder or being attacked?"
We believe it's one of his devices. One of their devices, excuse me.
You go, "Well, we'll be just set up around the corners to make sure it doesn't escape you then."
Excellent.
You probably also hear the squeak. It's more like
It's not even like a wee. It's not like a yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Like meanwhile, like you can see like the veins are bulging in like Bastion's face. He's like, "Holy shit, this hurts so much to maintain."
And so we see Rock and Roller just get pulled like head first and just like swam with like his neck and head like back into like the opposite wall. And we stop hearing that screeching, right? Because we hear like Rock and Roller, and then the screeching stops, and then we just hear like a wah 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 wah, and then it just this kind of like long metal thing, maybe like the size of like 2 feet, just goes like it's just pulled fling from like the vent and forward, and then like it's just on like it's like just clamps on around your head, Bastion.
Oh my god.
Fucking
It's a
great.
face hugger! It's a face hugger!
It blasts you. Roll to take a fatal. Roll to take a critical blow. Get ready. Oh yeah. Immediately
And press
die.
your gas mask.
Well,
Oh, great.
when it
As it's now on its like swivel.
Oh my god, it's trying to take the gas mask.
It's now on the swivel to see what, and then it notices all of you. It's a bit powerful, but I wouldn't say it's a powerful foe to generate 2 team and generate the consequential 4 more team. So, what do you guys do?
I want to bash that thing right off Bastion's face.
Right. Rock and Roller, you notice the 4 guards around the corner, just their eyes kind of like just looking at this. They're not in counter suits. They're more in like this kind of like enclosed body armor.
Yeah. Okay.
Roll me.
Actually, let me assess the situation.
Okay, never mind. Roll me superior to assess the situation.
Back in the truck.
he try to bash it off, and like whether he succeeds or fails, it's probably still going to be painful
Wait a
for
minute.
Bastion.
Yeah.
Not if I do it good enough. So let me ask. What can I use to get that thing safely off Bastion's face?
Well, since only like these 2 weird things like kind of like exuded from it, like spikes and like centipede legs like went onto it, you could try cutting off the legs and that kind of like body portion that's holding onto Bastion. It's just those 2, otherwise it's kind of like hovering, like noticing, and then on the other end is the second head that you also notice.
Okay, then I bash in its head. So let's go,
Okay,
Bastion.
you're gonna bash it in the head
Yep.
because the legs is the answer to your question.
Okay, I break the legs then with my guitar.
So roll me. Well, I'm gonna let you do that on your next. Do you spread that information to your teammates?
Yeah, I just scream the legs, cut the legs.
Verification is already taking aim.
Be careful. I think Bastion said it's
Hey.
beneath that.
Yeah, let me try this. Then Sprawl just walks up and grips the legs, and with his super strength tries to just rip them apart.
Roll me danger.
No. Oh no. Oh no. I can already see what this fucking happens if you roll a 1. You're gonna rip my mask off too.
Oh my god.
What am I rolling?
I can already.
Danger.
Danger.
Directly engage.
Dangerous indeed.
Oh,
Oh
thank God.
god.
Okay.
Woo!
So
I'm gonna say you're gonna take its legs. You're gonna take its
Yeah.
corporeal legs from it, and then what one other thing?
resist or avoid its blows.
All right. So yeah, you kind of like just take like if you take like your 2 fingers, like your thumb and your pinky finger underneath it, and you kind of feel like the gravity. But since you're super strength, it's not really affected. You grab onto the 2 legs. You take your other hand. You like grasp the other part, denting some parts of it and bending it, and you see some of the grav in that section of the body kind of like flutter out a little bit, and then you rip it off of Bastion. And Bastion now has these 2 kind of like spiked legs in his gas mask
Out.
that are simultaneously piercing it, but are just in the holes enough so nothing's coming in. And now the
Bastion's
boat is on. It's flung against the wall from Sprawl as it's kind of like grav wash, like to try and like get rid of your grass is kind of like uselessly bouncing off. Usually this would be enough to break like a human, like normal human being's fingers.
I
I guess with my turn, I'm gonna try to generate burn again and hopefully not fail a second time.
no.
Okay.
I need the burn to do things, but
I can just like bash it. Why don't you? Not
Because
at all.
if it flies away, I can use I can use snatch to bring it back to us. But if
But I also have crazy powers, especially against electronics.
Okay.
it should be fine.
Verification is just going to use
Thank God.
to use the goober guns instead of shooting something right now. He's going to
What was that?
instead of shooting anything, he's going to like secrete it as like a paste, and then like use it to like secure the holes around the piercings on Rock and Roller's mask.
Oh no,
Not
you're
Rock
thinking
Roller, it's Bastion.
Or Bastion's mask
Rock
too.
Roller doesn't have a mask.
Sorry. Right. Shoot. To the robot that had pierced the gas mask, right?
Roll me freak
Okay.
to secure Bastion's gas mask with the goober.
Yeah,
Goober.
to fix his gas mask.
With the goober glue gun.
Pretty much, yeah. Okay.
Go gadget
I think
collectible
it's gonna be.
temporary or
I'm gonna take that as. I'm gonna take it as temporary unless someone wants to spend a team.
How could I? I guess one who could help you is actually Sprawl with his powers. I don't know how I can do that with mine.
Yeah, so as you shoot them on, and the glue hits, Sprawl just kind of lets out like a little zap of electricity to help kind of seal it and sear it in place, hardening it.
yeah, get done that rock and roll. And I was about to say Bastion could just warm the glue and then get it in the right place.
Yeah,
That works too.
thankfully it didn't have to.
But in any case, there is a team gone. Alright,
Okay.
so
While this is going on, I want to bash that thing into a pulp. Or at least not like let it go away.
okay. So so it's trying to escape Sprawl's grasp. Bastion, you got a little bit of help. Before rock and roll, you go again. I'm gonna. Oh wait, Bastion, you rolled burn. Did you want to do anything with that burn, Bastion, yet or no?
I guess right before he does anything, he's gonna say, "So is the goal capture or destroy?"
Capture.
Got it. And he's gonna going to just try to come over and I guess kick the damn thing really hard. Like he's not gonna since the goal is not to destroy this thing, he is not going to use his powers, and instead is is there some kind of thruster or something that's obviously causing the drone to hover in the first place?
Yeah, it has these kind of grav pads on all along its body.
He's gonna attack aiming at those.
So you gonna try to burn them out or what?
Yeah, he's gonna he's holding back his power so he's not blowing the entire thing apart, but he's trying to damage those so it can't hover anymore. And loses some mobility.
The
I was thinking fight the good fight.
yeah, roll me that.
Yay! I did something good for what?
Okay.
Yes.
You're gonna burn out its grav engines and then what?
And resist its blows. Since I like not having my mask punctured.
So you kind of go underneath it while Sprawl is just holding on to it, it's whipping around, and then you kind of start like waving, like just fire starts like pouring from your like this kind of like haze, like heat haze, kind of like pours from your hands, and you just see the engines start to fly out. And as soon as that starts happening, it opens up with both ends of its free like little kind of like weapons, and just starts flinging about. Can everyone roll me danger to kind of like dodge?
Woohoo!
Would this be part of resisting its blows? For me?
Yeah, you're fine.
Resist blows or
Yeah, you're kind of just like moving, using your like danger thing to kind of like move out of the way, or you can use freak to like bring up a shield or something.
Alright, let's do freak then. Okay.
Temporary unstable, rock and roller, and you're fine. And also verification, you're fine.
okay.
Yeah, I do that. Temporarily unstable.
By the way. So yeah, you like rock and roll, you kind of like blare up, and the kind of like to make this like energy shield before you kind of like the lasers like block against it. Like it's just dancing all around at one point. You kind of hear this block as like one guard is just punched from his feet because of its weapons, and then you two are punched back, but you're not hurt in any way. It's just it had some force to it.
Wait, a guard was hit?
Yeah, a guard was hit because they were watching around the corner.
Oh no, a red shirt!
Can I try to protect him?
Yeah, roll me savior.
Boop. Yay! I am on point!
You you kind of just like you hold the beam that's coming from the weapon, and you kind of just like Kylo Ren it, as in you hold it in midair, and then you like dash it, and then he kind of like dodges all the way, and then you let it go.
And he just kind of takes a deep breath, and he's like, make some distance from this thing. We can't control how it's firing.
Alright, I wanna like electrocute that thing so it stops doing things.
Okay.
That's literally my power, to electrocute things.
Yep. Well, actually, no, because you're temporary unstable, you can't exactly take your turn yet. Sprawl with your
In that
location.
case, what I'm going to do is I am now going to
Hold on,
attempt-
guys.
Oh, sure.
It's Sprawl's corner.
Hey,
I'm gonna take away a condition, by the way, as part of the defend thing.
Oh yeah, go right ahead.
Okay, doing all this, I might have missed it. I'm not holding it any longer, am I?
No, you're still holding on to it.
Oh, okay. In that case, then my hands maintaining the grip, the large shield-like patterns on my wrist kind of shift and create a cocoon around it, encasing it.
Okay. So you can like hold it. Roll me freak to pokeball it.
Ah, damn.
oh.
That's directly engaged, but we're gonna be. What's your freak score?
Oh, sorry, freak, not directly engaged.
It's +2. So we're gonna use that 5. Then with your +2 from freak, that pulls it up to a 7.
Oh, okay, we're fine then.
Okay.
So temporary unstable or market condition.
At this point, we'll go with angry.
Alright,
It did almost kill your friend.
Yeah.
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 So you get angry and you manage to contain the thing, and the lasers stop.
We all hold down B.
From yeah, all of you do that kind of like
Ah, yes. The mystical force of Down Bay. Hi. And okay.
Sorry, I'm trying to. I guess I can't really find it at this moment, but I'll get it to you guys later. But in any case, you're kind of like taking this moment to breathe and whatever, and then from the inside of it, as this thing realizes it's trapped, it's gonna get captured. You like Sprawl, your pauldrons like disconnect from you and just let it like lay on the ground, and then from it you kind of hear this like flump, and you can see these kind of like light.
A what?
What?
Oh, bright light, like it's self-destructed.
You see a bright light, you hear a flump, and then you just see a bit of smoke, like kind of like a bit of steam rise from the container.
Oh,
Like, was this super quick or?
Yeah.
I
Damn.
believe it destroyed itself.
I could have could have deactivated it. Now it's gone.
I reconnect to it and then just create a very small opening at the top just to make sure it is in fact destroyed.
Yep. You can all see the telltale signs of.
Alright, so yeah, then I let it out.
And from you kind of like shake out all the like burnt bits and stuff as it kind of just clatters to the floor. On top of it is just the head and a core, like where it exploded from was its energy source. And as we're all kind of like disappointed, we kind of like staring at this thing going, damn it, again. Another android alien thing got blown up. Really, GM?
If only man, if it was at least a little bit slower, I could have tried to suck the heat out of it so it couldn't self-destruct, but it happened so fast.
Yeah, it sucks when you need to take a breather out of almost getting poison gas down your lungs.
Yeah, you know.
Oh my.
Does someone who respects rock and roll as a rock star need some like conditions cleared?
I mean, I respected you, and I do have many conditions right now.
Well, I think that rock roller, like after the fight and the disappointment, turns to you. Whoa, you're like fucked up, Bastion.
Yeah. Turns out causing a small hurricane in a ventilation system really takes it out of you.
Let me tell you one thing. I was born in a crossfire hurricane, and I howled in the morning during the rain. But it's alright now because in fact it's a gas.
For a brief moment, I thought you were gonna say,
But
well, don't worry, because here I am to rock you like a hurricane.
No, it's Jumping Jack Flash from Rock Rolling.
Equal level song reference.
Oh my god.
But you gave your best, man. You did it. One day you will be just as big as a rockstar as me. Bastion, if you keep that up.
All mundane.
It's not mundane. If they respect me as my me as a celebrity, then I can roll superior.
Oh, then do that. Go ahead, man. I haven't played around with Star at all.
Does someone want to support me?
I will spend a team to like and to say good work. Good work.
Yeah.
I think that was an extremely appropriate reference to a relevant piece of media. Am I doing this right?
Yeah, I think the laughter that Bastion gets out of that is what helps more than the statement itself.
And it's super fun being blown through the vents. That was actually pretty fun.
Well, always glad to help. Just makes his head.
Yeah, and it gives you the finger guns, and there's like sparks flying out of my fingertips.
Nice.
And so, from this weird moment of camaraderie, we're going to close the first issue of Volume 4.
Nice.
And we see this one kind of like, as we pan up from this image, we see this encounter suit Mark III helmet kind of look down at the screen and goes, damn it. They're starting to get on to us.
Damn.
And we're going to cut it there. And so, end of session moves, guys.
I think Rock and Roller rolls it to the team because it's the first time he's in a team and not a solo act. So
Yeah. You don't hang out with other rock and roll people. Y'all prefer that lone wolf image.
Mm-hmm.
and I think
Until now, you're trying to band act.
yeah, and
Maybe
I
that-
think he grew closer to his potential sidekick Bastion.
Verification. I thought verification was your potential side.
Yeah, verification is your potential sidekick, and
No, wait, who? Wait,
Yeah.
Bastion was the only one you didn't have a relationship with.
Yeah.
wait, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Wasn't
no,
it
you
verification
I-
I had in the...
It was definitely
Yeah.
verification. I remember this.
damn it. Yeah,
Sprawl was
okay,
the star, and verification was his sidekick.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, but I still grew to Bastion because they're up to the same hijinks, it seems.
Yeah.
He gave him a fun ride through the vents, even though the landing was hard, so yeah, there you go.
Anywhere in particular you want your stats to move?
Yeah, sure. I'm open for everything you want.
No
No risk going over 3 currently.
Mundane down.
Sure.
Freak up.
Absolutely.
You are a little unhinged.
There will be more to come of that.
Oh my. Yeah, definitely. Definitely the right move there.
I'm gonna say I grew closer to verification on 2 different fronts. Firstly, that like the beginning of this session was a lot of change. Again, very quickly, and like I think he had a moment where he just kind of looked at the team and like he looked at himself and noticed everyone's changed like drastically. There's now a different member. He doesn't have the mentor he had anymore. He doesn't have the body. Sprawl's changed like 60 billion times, and verification is now the only constant this group has in terms of staying the same, and in terms of like overall makeup, and not have gone wildly in a different direction. And this session in general has shown verification take a leadership role with a sense of responsibility that was missing when he initially tried to grab it when we were at the pizzeria. So he's seen him grow as a hero.
Aww. Sorry, that made me inordinately happy.
Well, you got the Bastion Gold Star of approval.
Nice. Okay, in that case, I think I'm gonna shift Bastion's Savior up.
I can't go up. It's at 3.
Oh, how about Danger up? Danger up, yeah, and I want to say Mundane down.
Mundane's also at -2.
Okay,
Like you can
then
move.
Superior.
Yeah,
down.
good. Superior's one you can
Danger
move.
up, Superior down.
Superior down. Got it.
Yeah. Okay, cool. And verification is going to grow closer to Sprawl, since Sprawl seemed to be doing like a great job, just like being a
Investigator.
Being an investigative
Yes,
tool.
A fellow. Yeah. I mean, I wasn't gonna say it, but basically, yes, a fellow investigative tool.
You were a helpful ass to my investigation prowess.
That's exactly the word that I was looking for. That's exactly. So, clear can see. I haven't marked potential this entire session, so I marked potential instead of clearing anything.
I do like it so much that I gained 3. I had 3 conditions like last session. I was like, I don't know how I'll ever get rid of these. And then because of the time pass, I got rid of all of them. And I was like, sweet. And then I immediately failed. I got them all back, and I was like, well, shit.
Nice.
Here I am once again.
I will give my best to reduce them. Because I don't need mundane to do that.
Can your mundane go down?
Yes. I mean, everything can move,
Okay.
except my superior.
Okay, mundane down, just because you're kind of taking a position of authority almost within your people, standing out from just being one of them more so than you normally do. And then savior up, because it's basically the role you've been put into to try to save the integrity of your people and your collective and everything.
Nice. Okay.
And then
Done deal.
Sprawl grew closer to the team through you, ultimately because helping with the investigation also.
Okay. I think I'm gonna.
Freak cannot go. Wait, they can go over 3, or they can't go to 3.
They can't go over 3.
Okay, so then everything can move.
Okay. I would
4 is
shift
the bad number.
Yeah. I would shift Freak up, and honestly, I didn't see like Sprawl really be like I would say danger down, honestly.
Okay.
Yeah. Who else? I think that's everyone.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
The start of the verification arc.
Oh my gosh.
At least I would think. It'd be very weird if it wasn't.
It turns out
mean-
this is Rock and Roller's arc somehow.
Yeah.
You know, what else did you expect?
I think you guys will notice when it's Rock Rollers Act because everything will go fucking weird.
Jokes on you. I dumped on you. Prepare for Lady Gaga to secretly playing.
Lady Xanadu, okay? Don't want to get into trouble.
Rah, rah.
Poker face with poker face.
I'm glad you picked that pop star and not like Michael Jackson, because man, there'd be like a hard
There's some
conflict in Bastion to help you anymore. Dude, it's Michael Jackson though.
Yeah, but
Yeah, but Michael
hey
Jackson's
kids,
dead.
you gonna fight me, or you wanna be friends? We can go to my place. We can be real good friends.
I don't like where this is going anymore.
And
Going
now,
to a scary face.
Michael
real
Jackson is the villain.
No.
Now I have to figure out how Michael Jackson
Ow!
civil war between Planet Rockstar and Planet
Oh
Popstar.
my god. He's the greatest general.
Child trafficking.
You know, actually, funny enough, like my last class that I just finished was a rock history one, and it's very weird. Michael Jackson's relationship to both styles of music. While he was a pop singer, he brought MTV into popularity, which is how like rock survived.
They both agreed it was good music, and then rock people found out he was a child trafficker, and the pop people died.
He was the
With New Wave. And then
Michael
like, yeah.
Jackson. Michael Jackson was the one who could have like ended the Civil War,
Kids holding their stage notes.
and then Lady
Sound
Xanadu
rooms.
killed him.
Oh, she was the one that got the doctor to do his
Yes.
job. Oh my god, the
Michael
conspiracy.
Jackson could have ended the Civil War between Planet Rockstar and Planet Popstar, and she killed him.
Oh. No.
We must kill her.
No.
I now have my moment of truth set to kill a single person.
God.
You guys have been cutting out for like the last 1 minute. Like, what's
We-
the idea?
We just discussed Michael Jackson's
Michael
role
Jackson.
in the civil war between Planet Rockstar and Planet Popstar, and we came to the conclusion that Lady Xanadu killed him because she didn't want the peace.
Is that how Keith
Oh,
Richards
okay, there-
stays around? Like he's a vampire from Rockstar. He drains pop stars.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
No, it's actually Paul McCartney's the vampire. Oh, hi guys, so do you like my autograph with or without the soda? There you guys, hope you had fun.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.